All right, welcome to BS with Joe. He's BS.
And that's Joe. All right, so today we're going to be talking about United Healthcare shooting.
What was his name?
Oh gosh,
I'm sorry.
not know. I know
The CEO.
CEO of United Healthcare. Now, the shooter had bullets subscribed with the title of his book,
Right.
and a lot of people. There's a big controversy on whether or not he was professional or not.
It wasn't professional.
It wasn't professional. A true professional. This is what a true professional would do, in my opinion. He'd go get a drug addict, give him a little bit of cash, give him some drugs, give him a gun that you got that's clean. Go kill this guy.
So people are saying that it might have been a professional because of the way he racked the gun, but he was using a suppressor.
Right, and that's the thing. So, like, I know a little bit about guns. I'm not a gun freak. I'm not a gun knowledge.
If you set it up properly, it'll still
cycle. And certain
but
firearms,
if it's not set up properly,
right,
it's gonna jam.
So most of your pistols have delayed blowback system.
Yes.
So the projectile leaving the barrel pushes the barrel back, unlocking the slide,
Yes.
chambering another round.
Yes.
There's a Nielsen device that you usually put on suppressors that is like a little spring that pushes that barrel and makes it tilt, makes it unlock, and chamber a new round.
And if it's not set up properly by someone that doesn't really know how to use a suppressor,
Right. Well, it could be ammunition too. So if you're using suppressed ammunition that has maybe less powder charge into it,
that's possible too.
it may not have given it enough oomph to chamber the next round.
In any case, the manipulation of the weapon is not a demonstration of knowledge. It's actually the opposite.
Yes, but he was also demonstrating the fact that he was familiar with firearms and he knew what to do to get the firearm to function in a jam.
To be perfectly honest with you, with the videos and pictures that I've seen, I'm not even sure it's a man.
It may not be. And that's the thing. We really don't know who it is. There was the internet was going all over the place with this one image of a person without the mask.
Right.
But I was looking at that image. I don't even think the jacket's the same. So it may not even be the same.
Here's the thing. This happened in New York City, right?
Yes.
Okay. There is a dragnet in New York City of cameras. You've got the city's cameras, the street cameras, the personal cameras, the business cameras. There's cameras everywhere.
Right.
And not only that, but the person traveled on a rented scooter.
And that in order to use a rented scooter, it's got to be a credit card or a debit card.
And they're GPS tracked.
Yeah. So they know where he went.
They know exactly where this person went and how they got there and probably where they are now.
Yeah. Wow.
Because you can't turn a corner in New York without them saying, okay, we can pull up this camera now. No, pull up this camera. Oh, you went that way. Pull that camera up.
Yeah, they could track your ass down in a major metropolis
They know.
like that. Yeah. And so that's the thing. It's like, why aren't they bringing this guy out?
I don't know.
And better yet, if he knew where all these cameras were, that may have been a professional.
Well, see, that's the other thing is I think that's one of the reasons I think it wasn't a professional is because they did use a rented scooter, and they did very.
And the cops may
They went
not-
into Starbucks.
Yeah, he went into Starbucks
without a mask on.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like he probably. The police probably know who it is.
Mm-hmm.
They probably having a hard time tracking him down and catch him.
Maybe.
And he may have offed himself or, knew he was going to get caught by the cops and went somewhere that they haven't found yet. That's why they may not have found him. And they may not want to release his information.
I think that's
to make him to allow him to run. Because they may try to think he can leave the state using his identity.
Right.
And that's when they're going to catch him.
They want him to think that they're not on his trail, is what it is.
You're right. I honestly think that
they know who it is.
They know who it is.
There's no question. But anyway, why was the CEO targeted?
Well, I honestly believe I saw a video of an actual doctor saying it was good that this guy got assassinated.
Really?
Yeah, he was very much against healthcare, and
He's the CEO of a healthcare company.
right. Well, and that's
Health
the thing.
insurance company.
Health insurance. Now, health insurance and doctors, they sometimes don't get along
This is
because
true.
they may want to do procedures or things, and then the insurance company's like, nope, it isn't covered.
Right, and I've actually had a discussion with doctors about that, and the doctors basically say to the person on the other end of the phone, "What is your medical license number?"
Yeah, and they'll
They
go
don't-
after the doctors.
And they don't have a license,
Yeah,
and they're making medical decisions.
and they're making medical decisions. And well, and the thing is, they also got attorneys that will say, okay, well, we can pull up all these statistics and these facts, and we'll go after you in court and try to get that doctor's license.
Right.
So, and with them squabbling like this, it's not a good thing. And ultimately, I think that who suffers is the patient.
Yeah.
Now, yes, it's good that they're trying to bring down prices from the doctors in these hospitals, who I think charge way too much.
Mm-hmm.
But also, these insurance companies are trying to not get gouged, which I understand. But they should never deny somebody care when they're paying for this insurance company to provide them care.
Yeah. I mean, I have had United Healthcare do a couple of different jobs.
I have it currently.
Okay. So, and I know that in and around the late 90s, early 2000s, United Healthcare was great.
Yeah.
You could walk into any doctor, at least with the plan I had, and the most you'd be looking at is $50. Even an emergency room visit was, here's your copay.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like that anymore. Not even close.
Well, and that also goes to, I think, a lot of inflation. So you think about it, food prices have gone up, everything's gone up. So, of course, healthcare is going to go up. But with class disparities, it's even greater.
I agree.
So you think about it, doctors, they're on the top line. They're making a lot of money.
Yeah.
So when they get inflation, like, let's say pay goes up on a low income person and they get an extra $1, a doctor's getting $100.
Right.
So that's just drawing that disparity even larger.
I agree.
And then what was the new media? So there was another thing I wanted to talk about in this segment about new media. So one of the things which I hope they do, and that will also help justify our show, is if Trump's cabinet allows YouTubers and social media media sources providing news and content to the press
Press room.
to ask questions to the press secretary, that's huge.
Did you hear back when, I think it was right after the election, someone in the media asked someone in Trump's administration who the new press secretary was going to be?
Who is it?
Trump's answer was, I don't need one.
Oh shit, he's gonna be doing it himself.
Basically, what his attitude is, they're all fake news. Why do I need a press secretary?
That's true. It is. If it's all fake news, he doesn't need a really press secretary. But man, his last one he had when he last served McEnany.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, he's gonna have a press secretary.
Yeah,
I think he was just trying to make a point.
I hope he gets her back or someone similar on her caliber.
Yeah.
Because whenever they would try to go after him, she would pull the book up and go, "Okay, I'm switching to this page," and yeah, this is what's going on now.
Yeah.
And she made the press seem stupid for asking the questions that they asked.
Well,
They were stupid questions.
they ask stupid questions.
Yeah, because they were trying to smear.
They're trying to dig.
Yeah,
They're trying to open doors and let people fall through them.
yeah.
And they stumble through them themselves.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, let me trip into the hole that I dug." They buried themselves.
Yeah, pretty much. But, I mean, the Joe Rogan Experience, the Dan Bongino Show, Tucker Carlson, Ben Shapiro, Tim
Pool. Yeah, all these new media sources.
Can you imagine the press room with those guys in it?
Oh, dude.
You get some really intelligent questions.
Oh, not only would you get intelligent questions, but these individuals, they're also related to their viewers with the comments.
Can you imagine Ben Shapiro dressing down the press secretary?
Oh yeah.
So could I.
Oh yeah.
The man's got a brain.
He is intelligent.
Yeah.
And that's another thing is like talking about the comments and how they know what their audience is requesting out of them.
Yeah.
If you guys please leave a comment, that'll help us out.
Absolutely.
On that note, is there anything else you want to talk about with this segment?
I think that pretty much covers it. I mean, it's just the media has completely changed. The legacy media is dead.
Yeah, we're trying to start our own media here. And
MSNBC is almost completely gone. CNN is dying. Fox News is hanging on by a thread. The viewership of cable news networks is in the toilet.
well, you even look at The View. I almost want to watch The View to watch some of the people get on there and roast them.
The only
where they
time-
say something and they have to recant their
The
statements.
funny thing about The View is the only time that they actually get any exposure is when somebody on one of the podcasts is ripping them a new one.
Yeah. That's it. I'm watching the podcast. I'm sorry. I'm not watching The View.
Exactly.
But
Because, like, for example, MSNBC's live broadcast, the breaking news broadcast, 61,000 viewers.
wow.
Dan Bongino, live broadcast, 11 o'clock in the morning on a weekday, 100,000.
Wow. Yeah, there's some media, like I consume a lot of content on
That's
YouTube.
the live
Rumble.
viewers.
Yeah.
By the end of the day, he's over 8 million.
Yeah. Well, I know Alex Jones. I watched an episode of Alex Jones before he gets supposedly cut off, which he may not get cut off. That's going to be kind of cool. He had over 800,000 viewers on X on a live broadcast. I was one of them.
Yeah.
And you could see the little counter.
Yeah.
That's crazy how...
Right. That's where the media is now. And
Well, and that's the thing. Teenagers, and this is a thing that I've been kind of talking about. Like, a lot of people can't, like, we're going class separation here with the wealthy versus the poor. Poor people can't afford a big TV. They can barely afford a smartphone. So they're going to view a lot of their content on a smartphone.
they can get a smartphone for free.
Yeah. And YouTube's right there. Rumble's right there. It's an app. They download it. They can view whatever content they want. They don't have to pay for it.
They could get a CNN app, but they got to pay for that.
You got to pay for a CNN app.
Yeah. What was it? The CEO of ABC was on talking about this very subject, and he was basically saying, "So you put up a Rumble show, and you think that makes you a reporter? It doesn't make you a reporter." He was just he's completely doesn't understand.
No, he doesn't. What makes reporting is us going through the news, talking about it, and sharing it with you guys to help you guys get more educated on stuff. That's why we talk about stuff that happens here in Florida in a lot of our shows.
Yep.
Because we're trying to bring out that
I really want
information.
to get more Florida centric as we move along, and even get some guest speakers in.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Especially individuals who affect our local communities.
Yep. I've already talked with one person. I'll talk to you about that later.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Inside information on Mar-a-Lago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Who has met every single member of the cabinet.
Really?
We can have him on speakerphone with us.
That would be awesome. That would be a great show right there.
Yes. So, that pretty much covers it for this episode.
Like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment.
Please.
Please.